Skoll World Forum. It's a great place to meet social entrepreneurs and also to hear about all of the challenges that they have in scaling their mission, in scaling their models, or scaling their organization, and specifically the challenges that they have working with the UN.
We all need to learn about the power of telling stories, engaging people to action, and using campaigns to make a difference.
And knowing the reality that a little cell phone in today's world has more power than that instrument that landed man on the moon back then.
I think what's interesting is that, there's a lot of people, and you see a lot of things where, people have a lot of successes. But as I've had conversations kind of on a deeper level with a lot of people, you start to realize that even among the successes, there are really a lot of challenges that people are having.
Because if you create sustainable businesses, you actually create profitable businesses. And I used to go out and tell people that, success comes before work, only in the dictionary.
You're sitting at home or you're sitting in the office and you don't quite grasp that there are so many people out there trying to solve these amazing issues and are really having an impact, and it's sort of almost pushing me to do more and be better at what we do.
To talk about the next round of goals and get buy-in from entrepreneurs, NGOs, corporations, and governments from the very start.
And we were very, very focused on ensuring that we were driving value in almost every element of what we were doing, and I think that has been a very crucial part of aiming big and getting it right as well.
So we basically came together and put what we hoped would be a cool pitch to Walgreens. Well, what the UNF did, which was clever, and this is sort of my lesson, is that they've got an advocate with a relationship to this major organization to help. I did the easy job. I was the fluffer. For those of you that don't know what that is, you should look that up.
Amongst these applications, there are both commercial and humanitarian ones, and we're really lucky with that because the commercial ones are pretty big too, and so in essence the commercial case can fund the satellite system so that the humanitarian cases don't have to support that.
If you don't engage with the stakeholder community in which you're operating, if you do not understand that a company cannot be an island of excellence in an ocean of turbulence, if you can't work out that in order to succeed going forward in the future, you can't be driving a Range Rover through Soweto without doing something about Soweto as well. So that at its simplest form is how we define stakeholder engagement.
Only 24% of people said yes. In a conceptual way, yes, and so no wonder it's so hard for us to do all these things. Statistically, we're carrying the load of 3 other people.
It seems like there's almost a shortage of true kind of entrepreneurs, true kind of operators being engaged and being involved in these things, and so one of the opportunities I think that excites me is to figure out ways and to challenge people on ways to actually create more of that bridge and to bring in more people who are actually entrepreneurs in their own right, who have done things in other areas that they can now bring those learnings, those talents to the world of development.
Leadership is something I think that everybody should think of aiming
to demonstrate the productivity gains and the ethical gains that can be achieved if you don't charge workers fees. But what that means, of course, is that the employer has to pay.
There are more unemployed graduates in the world today than there have ever been in the history of the world. And these are people that we send to college saying, go and you will be better than us, but the jobs aren't there. We haven't created the enabling environment for these kids to have a viable future.
Malala addressed the United Nations General Assembly. "Let us pick up our books and pens," Malala said. "They are our most powerful weapons."
We can succeed and we can do it, but only by working together.